Hi, and welcome to the Forensic Identification Unit here in our Investigative Services building. It's one of the many branches where we have civilian professionals and sworn police officers working hand in hand. So why don't we go inside and take a look around. Here in our general lab area, we have many rooms that all have different purposes. We have rooms for bloodstain pattern analysis, for processing items for fingerprints and DNA, and also for examining them under controlled conditions. The reason we have so many doors that are locked and kept separate is so that we can prevent contamination from one item to the next when we're working our way through the evidence from a scene. This is one of our drying rooms. Whenever we have evidence that may be wet or soiled and is going to be stored for a long period of time, it needs to be properly dried and packaged before being put away. Each one of these cabinets is completely cleaned and disinfected in between use so that we know anything that we put in here is not picking up any contamination from a previous case. Here we are in our chemistry lab. We have a lot of highly specialized equipment that we use to process evidence that allows us to visualize fingerprints we wouldn't normally be able to see. This particular piece of equipment is our glue fume chamber, or a cyanoacrylate. What it does is it evaporates glue and water and it mixes them in the air, and it actually sticks to the oils in the fingerprints that are left behind. We can use a dye stain and view it under a high-powered laser, and it allows us to see these fingerprints. Once we develop a fingerprint, we send it to our AFIS branch, and that's when the magic happens.
This is the AFIS office, where we process fingerprints and palm prints found at crime scenes. Come on in and take a look. AFIS specialists compare prints found at those scenes with potential matches from our databases. Each person's prints are unique to them. Our goal is to find an exact match to those features. A match doesn't just pop up like you see on TV. Each identification we make requires a detailed analysis from several experts. Each year, we process around 1,000 prints here in AFIS.
This is one of our forensic identification vehicles. Our vans are basically our office on wheels. Whenever we leave the office for the day, maybe several hours before we make it back, so they always have to be stocked and ready to go. The piece of equipment we use most commonly is probably our camera. In any given year, a forensic identification officer can take as many as 10,000 photographs of different scenes, and they all have to be stored as well. When we're processing a scene, when we're out on the road, we sometimes bring our print kits, which have different powders and tapes and things that allow us to dust things for fingerprints that just aren't feasible to bring back to our office here. In the back, we have a lot more equipment. We have cases that are, again, sterile and cleaned between uses so that we can preserve evidence properly. We have swabs and masks that are used to collect DNA evidence at a scene. We have many different types of bags that are used for different situations. For example, fire debris would be packaged differently than any normal piece of evidence. We have Tyvek officer protection suits that we use to prevent us from bringing any material into a scene. We also have a ladder, and we have specialized lights for things like large low light scenes. We also have a desk here. Sometimes we're able to process evidence here or get our paperwork done while we're actually out at a scene.
Thank you for coming on this brief tour of our Forensic Identification Unit. If you have any questions, feel free to leave us a comment.